up on WNBF News at 7, the National Guard is on standby after the severe flooding across the state the past few days. Find out how counties all over the Carolinas are being affected from the rushing waters. And we are continuing our team coverage tonight. Learn how neighborhoods are dealing with the floodwaters surrounding their homes. WNBF News at 7 starts right now.
Live, local, late breaking. This is WNBF News at 7.
Although some businesses have been closed due to the heavy rain and flooding, the U.S. Postal Service reassured customers that normal operations are expected. However, they say they are continuing deliveries in areas that are deemed safe to travel in. Some roads throughout the state may be considered hazardous due to the flooding and thus make roads impassable. And a reminder tonight about an emergency shelter that has closed in Georgetown County. The shelter at Waccamaw Regional Recreation Center in Pawleys Island has closed its doors. However, 2 shelters still remain open there. They are the Beck Recreation Center in Georgetown and Andrews Elementary School in Andrews. All Horry County shelters remain open at this time, though. Those 3 shelters are Risen Christ Church in Myrtle Beach, Conway Recreation Center on Mill Pond Road, and Beach Church on George Bishop Parkway. And a reminder for those heading there, drive through the back and enter through the back door. The roads in your neighborhood may be looking more like rivers today. That was certainly the case in Cameron Village off of 707. There, I spoke with neighbors who say they've been trapped in their homes all weekend. Cars were stranded in the middle of the street. Power was on and off, and the only way people were getting around was by kayak or by foot. Horry County Fire Rescue had the road blocked off today as they rescued another woman, a woman they say had to go to work because she was a police dispatcher. They say there have been at least 3 other rescues. Diane and Marty Priester live where they say the neighborhood was hit the hardest. They say water near their home was nearly 5 feet deep.
Yeah, really close to it because our driveway goes up a hill and into our garage, and from the center of the street to our garage floor is just about 6 feet, and we're just a half a slab away from being there.
Neighbors were taking their chances and walking out onto 707 to get food and supplies they needed. Some say the ponds and creeks have overflowed to the point where the water is slowly entering people's garages. And neighbors tell me they don't think the neighborhood could handle any more rain. And breaking news tonight, President Obama signed South Carolina disaster declaration. The president's action makes federal funding available to affected individuals in the counties of Charleston, Dorchester, Georgetown, Horry, Lexington, Orangeburg, Richland, and Williamsburg. Coming up on WNBF News at 7, Governor Nikki Haley spoke today on the severe flooding we've seen over the past few days. We have the full details on how she thinks the citizens of the Palmetto State are handling this historic event.
WNBF First Alert Weather Team puts your family's safety first.
We want to go to breaking news right now in the PD. Some people being evacuated from their homes right now. Ken Baker is live in Effingham with more. Ken.
Yeah, we're live off of Fork Road where 25 people were rescued from right down here. I'm told this road goes live here tonight in Florence County. Ken Baker, WNBF News.
Thank you, Ken. Certainly happy to hear that everyone there is okay. Heavy rain is no longer a threat for us, but our First Alert weather team will start to focus more on the river levels in the next days to come. Let's go to First Alert meteorologist Andy Stein, who has been tracking these levels all day. Andy.
Yeah, those river levels.
Thank you, Andy. Homeowners are continuing to leave their area in Conway, where some of the worst of the heavy floodwaters hit. Amy Littman is there with more. In Columbia, Governor Nikki Haley spoke to the public today saying that the citizens of South Carolina will get through this flooding disaster. The governor says despite the rain slowing down, the danger is not over yet. More communities may have to be evacuated and more roads and bridges may need to be closed as the water runs downstream towards the coast. But Haley said federal resources are on the way and FEMA crews are ready to assess the damage. Despite all the disaster and damage, she said the people of South Carolina have impressed her with their compassion and kindness, and that the Palmetto State is a strong one. The South Carolina Emergency Division confirmed that there have been 9 deaths so far in connection with the historic rain and flooding. 5 of those deaths occurred in Richland County and another reported yesterday morning in Kershaw County. South Carolina Highway Patrol says 4 people have died on the roads in weather-related incidents. Governor Haley also announced that 1,300 National Guard members are on standby right now. And as you see from video on your screen, Guard members are prepared with multiple sandbags. Search and rescue missions are underway throughout Columbia, and more evacuation orders are forthcoming. A task force is going door to door looking for any residents that may be trapped by rising water. Coming up next, in Charleston neighborhoods, flood-prone areas have people stuck inside their homes. We'll have that story next. Thank you, Jamie. We are going back to breaking news out of Effingham right now to WMBF News reporter Audrey Bisk, who has more about a rescue that's happening right now. Continues to see some of the worst flooding it's seen in decades. Some families have been stuck in their homes for days, unable to get in and out of their neighborhoods. Raycom News Network reporter Karina Bolster has more from one neighborhood in West Ashley, just outside of downtown Charleston.
I'm in West Ashley. I'm Karina Bolster for the Raycom News Network.
Coming up on WMBF News, you may have seen this photo circulating the internet since the start of the heavy flooding, and it's not the first time. It's got a lot of people sharing it on social media. We'll show you that picture next. Trending on our website now, you may have seen this picture making rounds on the internet before, and with all of the heavy floods in the past couple of days, it's being shared once again across the internet. It's the picture of a shark swimming through the floodwaters on a highway. This picture has been photoshopped. Sharks have not been caught swimming through floodwaters. The photo is fake and has been proved to be fake multiple times since August 2011.
The shark is fake. I tell you what, though, after being out in the floodwaters, the snakes, the other nasty critters, yeah, those are real. Be careful for that to be going on, and considering the fact that in a lot of places those water levels still coming up.
So many people looking forward to that relief.
I think we're all ready.
Have a great night, everyone. We'll be back here at 11.